with the time. And Mike Mallory is a busy guy. He's got 4 kids, so he's got a lot going on. So I'm going to do a little introduction of him. He's going to take it away and talk about how to make money with Isagenix. How does it work? And then we're going to do the product spotlight and all that after, so he doesn't have to stay on for that because he's got other stuff to do. All right. So here's the little bio. He says you can just take whatever you want from this, but I'm like, my gosh, it's all such good stuff. I'm going to read it all. So Mike has been in the network marketing industry for the past 12 years. He has worked for massive legacy companies as well as tiny startups. While most of his time in network marketing has been spent in sales, he also has experience developing marketing tools, building compensation plans, and planning large events. He is trained in 44 states as well as Canada, Mexico, and Australia. I'm not sure if he's been to Wisconsin yet, though. And that's maybe a problem. Have you? Okay. He loves the network marketing industry, mostly because he loves the people and building relationships. He has been the Mountain Region Sales Director for Isagenix since March of 2020. Mike has been married to a smoking hot wife, and he's pretty cute himself, right? Aunt Amy for almost 12 years, and they have 4 crazy kids together. They live in Spanish Fork, Utah. He doesn't ski, as he said. And as a family, their favorite activities are fishing, water sports, movies, and bowling. So thank you so much, Mike, for coming on. I mean, I just reached out to him and he's like, sure. I mean, you got to love Isagenix and the people that are a part of it. So thank you so much. I'll let you take it away.
Well, thank you, Heidi. I appreciate it. You are so sweet. I always feel so dumb when people read my bio because it makes me sound a lot cooler than I actually am. But I do appreciate that. That's very sweet. Okay, you guys. So first of all, we're going to jump right into it because I want to respect your time. Heidi said you guys, have 30, 40 minutes? Is that typically ish what we're thinking? Okay. So I did put some slides together. However, I don't know if we'll get through all of them. Heidi reached out to me. I mean, it's probably been a month or so now, but she said, Mike, would you be willing to jump on our call? I said, of course. She said, what do you want to speak about? And I said, well, if I get my choice, I'm always going to talk about compensation because I truly think that Isagenix has the best compensation plan out there. Like Heidi mentioned, I've worked for some really big companies and some tiny startups, and they've got varying good comp plans and terrible comp plans. But Isagenix is honestly the best. Not only is it a binary, which I love, that's just the best structure as far as comp plans go, but the way Isagenix kind of injects money into your pocket along the way as you build your business really is pretty unique. So if you guys are new to network marketing or you've just only been at Isagenix, I honestly dare you to look at other comp plans and compare. Like it's really, really good. It's one of the things that kind of really pulled me in to Isagenix over some other companies that I was looking at. So, and I don't just say that because I'm a corporate guy. I truly had, it's funny, I actually had the opportunity to start at Isagenix or take another job at the exact same time. The other job actually offered me the job first at this different network marketing company, and then Isagenix offered me a job like the next day, and I chose it, and a big part of it was because of the compensation. So anyway, that's the long story behind why I love talking about comp. Now, before I get started, a couple things I want to preface this with. First of all, you guys, this is not going to be like an in-depth cover every last piece of compensation. That would take much longer, which I would love to do someday if you guys wanted it, but that's not the purpose of today's call. Because like we said, we only have 30, 40 minutes. But before I even start sharing my slides, I'm curious, where do you guys stand as far as your current rank at Isagenix? Do we have some consultants on the call? Raise your hand if you're a consultant rank. Okay, a few consultants. Do we have any managers on the call with us? Some managers. What about directors? Any directors? How about executives? Okay, so you guys are all over the place. Good, that's what I was hoping. Because the way I kind of view this call, I'm going to start with the really basics, kind of the building blocks of the Isagenix comp plan. And then we kind of move through each rank and just show you how Isagenix truly does inject money, like I said, into your wallet as you go. And that is something that is so unique to Isagenix. A lot of other companies, you really only make money once you get to the highest ranks, right? So it's only the people that get to the highest ranks that really stick around, because most people give up before they get there, because it's hard to work your butt off for years and make no money. Am I right? Yes, yes. I need more excitement than that. Say yes, Mike. Yes. Yeah. All right. There we go. We got some fist pumping. All right, you guys. So let me share my screen here. Give me 1 second. All right. You guys seeing my screen? You seeing the PowerPoint? Okay. I'm going to move your faces over to my other screen so I can still see you while I speak. One other last thing I'll say, you guys, before I really get into it. As I go, please, 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 if you got questions or something doesn't make sense, I'm going to try and move through this somewhat quickly. But if something doesn't make sense, interrupt me. Say, hey, Mike, oh, that doesn't make sense to me. Or if you have a question, whatever. The best way that we're going to learn is truly just making this more of an interaction as opposed to me just speaking at you. Does that make sense? Give me a thumbs up if you're good with that. And if I look over to the side, it's because your guys' faces are over here, but my PowerPoint's in front of me. Okay, so let's jump into it, you guys. As you can see on my screen, still looks good, right? You guys see my PowerPoint? Okay. As you can see on my screen, you guys, I kind of labeled this presentation, Unlocking the Compensation Plan. Heidi, like I said, she did mention that, hey, Mike, we've got people at all ranks along the way. So if you could kind of include some of the basics as well, show consultants how they can make money, show how managers can make money, show directors, executives. Now, I will say this, getting to executive should be your biggest goal, right? Because once you get to executive, just the entire compensation plan is unlocked. You're just so much more is available to you. But that doesn't mean that there's not still some great money at each rank along the way. So that's why we're going to start small, and we're going to start with the consultant rank. And again, I want you guys to participate. So who knows, and I know this is basic, but I still think it's important. Who knows how you get to the consultant rank? What do you have to do to get to consultant rank?
Enroll
Sign up 2 people.
You enroll 2 people with 100 BV each, right? One on your left, one on your right. Boom. You're a consultant. Pretty basic, right? That, you guys, once you understand what a consultant is and how to get there, you basically understand the entire Isagenix comp plan. Seriously, you do not need to confuse yourself with anything more than that, because if you understand consultant and you just keep making more and more consultants, you get that person that will get one person on their left and one person on their right, and you just keep duplicating that. That's how you find success. Side note, I remember I was at a network marketing company. This is probably 5 years ago. And I remember this big leader was making probably $1.5 million a year at this company. They got up and they were citing some study. I'm not sure what the study was, but they were citing some study that talked about the people that do the best in network marketing are not salespeople, right? That's the common misconception, that in order to be good at network marketing, you just have to be a really, really good salesman. It's not true. They actually found out that the people that are the best in network marketing are the ones that come from backgrounds of some type of teaching job. A teaching job, because that's what network marketing is all about, right? You're duplicating yourself. You're teaching others how to build their team. You're teaching others how to build consultants, because this right here, what you see on your screen, is the building block to the entire Isagenix compensation plan. So again, I know this is basic, but it's really important you understand that. People, they make everything way more complex than it needs to be. So again, that's a consultant rank. So let's talk about when you're at consultant rank, how you make money, right? And there's a number of ways. Now, I will also say, like I mentioned before, your goal should be to get to executive, just because that unlocks literally everything. But at consultant, it's okay if you stay at consultant forever. Let's say you only want to make $100 a month, or you want to make $500 a month, or even up to $1,000 a month. You can do that at the rank of consultant. It's very, very possible, and a lot of people do that. So let's talk about how you make money at the consultant rank. The first one is PIBs and double PIBs. What does PIB stand for? Go ahead and unmute. Somebody tell me what PIB stands for.
Product introductory bonuses.
Product introduction bonus. Yes, Beth, you get a gold star. Again, I'm pointing over here because you're on this screen, but yes, product introduction bonus. You guys, pretty basic. We have a list of all of our special packs here at Isagenix. And again, you can find all of this information on isagenixbusiness.com. We have a list of all of our special packs, and it literally tells you exactly how much money you'll make in PIBs if you enroll someone with that pack. Okay, so as you can see on the screen, let's say you enroll somebody with the 9-day system, you're going to make, $10. You're going to make a $10 PIB, right? Pretty basic, pretty simple. It's just that initial bonus you get for enrolling someone on your team with one of these packs. Now, here's the cool piece, okay? What happens if you enroll 2 people on any of these special packs during the same commission week? What happens? Anybody know?
Double PIBs.
Double PIBs. Pretty basic, pretty simple. But if you're a consultant, or maybe you've got a team member that's a consultant, and maybe they're pretty new to the business, but they're excited. We all know that the way to keep people engaged and motivated is to keep putting money in their pockets, right? Even in the beginning. Well, that's what these PIBs and double PIBs are for, right? Let them know, hey, if you can get 2 people to enroll with these packs during the same commission week, they're actually going to double your money, right? So instead of making $25 PIB on this side and $100 PIB on this side, we're going to give you 50 and 200, right? Pretty basic. But you guys, if this person enrolled these 2 people during the same week and they're new to the business, that's $250 right in their pocket. That's at least going to cover all or part of whatever they purchased when they enrolled. So don't forget about the PIBs, right? Some of you might look at that and say, $50, $200, that's not a ton of money. To who? Compared to what? Like, that's a great commission. So don't sleep on the PIBs. Does anybody have questions about PIBs and why they're so important? Feeling good? Pretty basic, right? With me so far? All right. Now, again, we're going through the basics, and then we're going to get a little more complex as we go. So still sticking with this mentality of how do you make money at the consultant rank, okay? Team bonus cycles. Like it says on the screen, when an associate accumulates a total of 900 volume, that's in their entire organization, but it's got to be somewhat balanced, right? You have to have at least 300 on one side and 600 on the other side. Once you have that, that's called one cycle. Does that make sense to everybody? So you're making money off the PIBs, right? You're going to get that money when they first enroll, but then you're also going to get volume in your organization. So here's what happens. Let's say on the screen, this is your organization, right? You've got 1,000 in volume on one side, 350 on the other. The Isagenix system is just going to go in there and it's going to say, okay, I'm going to pull 600 from here, 300 from here. That's one cycle. What is one cycle worth? $54. So again, assuming this is your organization, you just got these PIBs. Well, you made $250 off of double PIBs. You made $54 off of a cycle, assuming you only have one cycle in your organization. That's $300 right there. You guys, would $300 make a difference in your life if you made that every single month? Right? Most people would say, yeah, I would love an extra, even me, right? Isagenix pays me well. I'm not complaining, but hey, an extra $300 a month, heck yeah, I'd take it. I got my kids every single dance lesson / soccer / everything you can possibly imagine. An extra $300 a month is a big deal. And those
For
are
sure. Mike, I'm going to interrupt you. Here's one thing I think that is such a great deal. And I appreciate you explaining this. I think sometimes people don't understand, like, they don't have to do all this business volume by themselves. A lot of times there's other people that they don't even know on their tree. Like when they see people growing or their team growing, I think a lot of times they don't understand all this business volume isn't just from their directly enrolled anymore.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
Exactly right. And that kind of goes back, Heidi, that's a great point. Kind of goes back to what I was saying about the people that do well in network marketing and build really big teams. They're teachers, right? And they recognize the power of leveraging their teammates. It's not just about what you can do, right? That's actually a very small part. It's about what you're able to teach your team how to do. That's how you're going to make the big money. Because everything that Heidi and Jen and Nancy and all these people do beneath me, I'm going to also get credit for. I'm going to be able to count that volume as I generate cycles and as I build my team out, as I advance and rank. There's just a lot of different pieces here. And like I said, in network marketing, people get so stuck on, well, I just need to share myself. And yeah, that's a part of it. I mean, you got to open your mouth if you want to build a team, but it's not just about you. Again, that's a very small piece. So anyway, great point, Heidi. I appreciate you sharing that. So again, I'm not saying these are the only ways to earn money at the rank of consultant. but there's some of the big ones. Okay. So now we're at about $300 just with these pieces of the comp plan. But this is something that I love about Isagenix. They are always adding new promos to put extra money in your pocket. Did anybody on this call participate in the Fast Start to Fiji? It just ended yesterday. Did you guys participate in that? Did any of you earn any money with the Fast Start to Fiji bonus? Okay, great. You guys, just over the last 2 weeks, again, it ended yesterday. They launched a promo where they said, hey, you know what? If you enroll 2 people, we're going to give you an extra $50. That's in addition to your other commissions. But if you enroll 3 people, we'll throw in another $100. So for a total of $150. So again, if you're just earning from your cycles and your PIBs and double PIBs, and now you've got Fast Start to Fiji, you're up to about $500 a month. Just using these as examples. But right before Fast Start to Fiji, we also had the share bonus, which was almost identical to the Fast Start to Fiji. But my point is, we always have different promos that we're adding to the comp plan. It's not for the people that are, 10-star platinum executives. It's not for them, right? They participate, they can still earn that money, but it's for the people that are still kind of building the structure of their business. They're newer, maybe they're stuck at consultant. We're just finding ways constantly to put more money in your pocket. Did anybody, by the way, on this call, did anybody go to on the Mad Dash to Mexico trip? Anybody go on that? Oh man, you guys missed out. Again, it was a 7-week promo. I love the short stuff. The short stuff gets me so excited and pumped up because it feels doable, right? But this stuff is doable for anyone. I've been a part of companies, well, really almost every company I've ever been a part of. It just always felt like all of their promotions were for the higher ups, the people that, already have thousands of connections and they already have a gigantic team. They already make tons of money. And it was kind of a bummer because it's like, no, we got to throw a bone to the smaller people that are just starting out, that are trying to really build their organization. Isagenix does that. And they have these promos pretty much every month. They have something going for everyone. So anyway, so that's the consultant rank. I hate when people feel like, oh, I'm just a consultant, I can't make any money. Yes, you absolutely can. All right, so let's jump into manager rank. How many consultants do you need? Again, building block, consultant, right? How many consultants do you need to hit the rank of manager?
2.
2, very good. Carla, you even unmuted. I'm gonna send you something just for unmuting and jumping in. I love it.
Yay.
Yes, manager rank, it's just 2 consultants, right? And what is a consultant? It just means, hey, I went to Heidi and I said, Heidi, do you think you can get one person on your left, one person on your right? Great. And then I went over here to Brent and I said, Brent, can you do the same thing? Yes. Okay, great. Now I'm a manager. Again, you guys, it's so simple. We overcomplicate everything, but it's so simple. So that's manager rank. Now, keep in mind, as a manager, you can still take advantage of PIBs and double PIBs. Obviously, your team's growing, so you're earning more in cycles, right? And you're also participating in all of these different promos that we run every month. That's constantly changing and improving. But here's what's cool once you get to manager. And this is probably my favorite promo of all time. It's the manager pool. Have any of you ever played in the manager pool? Raise your hand. Okay, a few of you. Good, good. If you haven't, you need to play in the manager pool. You guys, this is such a huge piece of the compensation plan. I think this was initially launched to be like a 6-month thing. And now we're going on like a 1.5 years. We just kept it because it's been so popular and it's really added a ton of money to people's checks, which has been great. So can we talk about the manager pool? It seems like there's always confusion around this pool and how it works. So the manager pool, you guys, before I show you like the actual dollars and cents that goes into it, you have to understand leader in action. I'm sure you guys hear the term leader in action all the time. That's because so many of our bonuses, so many of our promotions, Jen's got her sheet, I love it, but so much of our stuff is based on the leader in action formula, okay? Now, the leader in action formula was built to help associates know what they should focus on and how they should build their business. These are the most important activities to not only, earn different bonuses and things at Isagenix, but to help you build a strong structure and kind of that long-term, longevity for your business. So let's walk through it because again, you have to understand Leader in Action to understand how you qualify for the manager pool. It is 100% based on Leader in Action. That's why this formula is so important. So the first piece of Leader in Action is enrollments. So Isagenix, and you can find this information in your back office, right? We track all of your points for you. We give you updated reports constantly. They're in your back office. But Isagenix is going to give you points for every time you personally enroll someone, but also every time one of your personally enrolled people enrolls someone else, right? So if I go out and I enroll Heidi with at least 100 BV, I'm going to get 1 point. And that's going to happen every time I enroll anybody. But if Heidi then goes out and enrolls someone herself that has over 100 BV, I'm going to get 2 points for that. You guys following me? Everybody with me so far? I know you've heard this before, but Leader in Action matters. I'm amazed, you guys. Little side note. I am amazed sometimes when these leaders that are 10-star platinums, they don't understand Leader in Action, so they don't understand why they missed a bonus. And I'm like, you need to study this. This is so important. This is how you teach it to your team. These are how so many bonuses are paid out, right? Anyway, so it's all about enrollments. You enroll, and then you teach your team how to do the same thing. Again, duplication, duplication, duplication. If you're a good teacher, you will make money at Isagenix. So that's the first part of this Leader in Action formula. The next piece, it's about what your personally enrolled people, whether or not they're able to advance in rank, right? So again, this goes back to teaching how to create consultants to your people, right? Going out there and saying, hey, you need to create consultants. That's how you advance in rank. That's the building block. Duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. So Isagenix is going to tell you, hey, every time one of your personally enrolled people advances to consultant, that's 2 points. And then if they advance to manager, 6 points, director 8, executive 10. And again, we're tallying all these points up throughout the month. And you have to get points in all of these categories in order to qualify for the pool. Again, the reason I'm going through this Leader in Action formula is just to kind of set up these pools I'm going to talk about next, okay? So again, it's all about how well you teach your team how to enroll and how to build their organization so that they advance in rank, okay? And then the last piece is we don't want you to just get to a certain rank. We want you to stay there, right? And if you understand the comp plan, you understand how the volume works, you're going to be able to stay there and maintain your rank. So as you kind of grow in the compensation plan and you advance in rank, we're going to give you 1 point for every week you stay at manager, 2 points for every week you stay at director, and 4 points for every week you stay at executive. So this is how you tally points. Does anyone have questions before I show the pool money? Does anyone have questions about Leader in Action and how it works? Everybody's feeling good? Okay. Time for the pool. This is my favorite thing in the world, you guys. These pools are so awesome. They're so awesome, and you can max them out, and they are huge. I know people that make way more money in the pools than they do even with their cycles, right? Because they have figured out how to maximize this compensation plan. So let's talk about the manager pool, okay? Here's how it works. Every month, Isagenix takes $75,000 and they put it into the manager pool. And that $75,000 is going to be divided up amongst everybody that earns in the pool, okay? Now, at the rank of manager, they say, you know what? It's going to be capped at $1,000. So in this pool, every month, you can earn up to $1,000. And you can participate for 3 consecutive months in this pool. Now, the reason, a lot of people don't understand why we put a cap on when you can earn it and for how long. The reason is, as you grow in the compensation plan, we don't want you to stay at manager, right? We don't want you to get there and say, oh, I'm just going to stay here and play forever. That's not the best thing for you as far as compensation. The best thing for you is to continue advancing in rank because there's even more money in the next pool and the pool after that. And like I said, executive unlocks so much more anyway. So you can participate for 3 consecutive months. What that means is the very first time you earn in the manager pool, that's month 1. So if I earn it for the very first time in January, I can now only earn it in February and March. Even if I don't earn in February, March is still my last month to earn it. But to that point, let's say I earn it in January, I don't qualify in February, I can still earn it in March again if I qualify. That makes sense to everybody? Feeling good? Okay. Now, we just talked about the leader in action formula, right? And how you earn points. In order to qualify for the manager pool, you have to have at least 1 point in each of those categories. So you have to have at least 1 enrollment yourself. You have to have at least 1 enrollment done by one of your personally enrolled. One of your personally enrolled has to advance in rank, and you obviously have to maintain manager rank for at least 1 week out of the month. So you have to have a point in all of those categories. Now, here's the thing this is where it starts to get a little bit confusing and people have questions about how the shares are determined. You guys, it's literally 100% based on the number of leader in action points that you get and all of the other people that are going to participate in this pool. Okay. Now, let me walk through that so you can understand it a little bit better. Let's say that during the month of January, you hit manager rank for the first time and you maintain it for at least 1 week during the commission month. And let's say you got 1 point in every leader in action category. You finish the month with let's say, what did I put here as the example? 40. You finished the month with 40 leader in action points. Great. You qualified for the manager pool. Awesome. Well, let's see how much money you're going to earn. So let's say there's all of these other managers in the company, right, that also qualify for the pool. All of these other managers together collectively earned 4,960 points. Okay, well, they're going to put that into the pot along with your 40 points. That's 5,000 total points. And 5,000 total points is the exact same thing as 5,000 total shares in the manager pool. So like I said before, you're going to take that $75,000 pot. I put a picture of a pie because in my mind, it's like, okay, you got a pie and then we're going to cut it up and everyone gets a piece based on how many points they earn. But anyway, you take that $75,000 pot, you divide it by 5,000 total shares because that's what everyone else earned, and it's going to come to $15 a share. So if you earned 40 points that month, it's going to be $600 for you. Does that make sense? Did I just confuse you all and you all just hate me right now? Are you feeling good? Feeling all right? Okay, good. Now, I will tell you, I always share, people don't realize this, and I always share this little nugget of wisdom because people don't realize it. But when do you think the share values are the highest? Any guesses? Because each month they fluctuate, right? Based on how many people actually earn in the pool. Because the $75,000 is there every month. But when do you think the share values are the highest?
Shorter months.
Shorter months. Okay. Any other guesses?
Maybe right after a big promotion.
Okay, maybe. I'll tell you, it is always during the holiday months. Because the holiday months, what happens to business builders? They get
They go
distracted.
on vacation.
Yes, they go on
Brent's always gone.
They go on vacation, they get distracted. There's
Oh, so there's less people that earn it. So then that you get more.
exactly, right? Think about it like the picture, right? If you've got a pie in front of you and you've got fewer people eating that pie, your piece is just going to get bigger. So that's what I always tell people, like, don't get distracted during the holiday months because that's when your piece of the pie is going to be the biggest. There's this associate, her name is Emily. She just started building. Gosh, it's probably been a year and a half now, but she had just started building in the winter of 2020, right? She really got started and she learned about these pools and she really understood them. And she said, oh my gosh, I'm going to go nuts. I'm going to try and earn as much as I can in both the manager pool and the director pool during November, December, January. You guys, I remember her calling me and she was almost in tears when her January check rolled around because she had maxed out both the manager pool and the director pool because she'd advanced in rank in the same month. So she had maxed out both of the pools and just in the pools earned $3,500. $3,500 in 1 month. And that wasn't even counting all her other commissions. I think her total check was somewhere between $5,000 and $6,000 in a month. And she was fairly new to building with Isagenix. There's money along the way, you guys. You just have to understand where it is and how to really take advantage. So that's the manager pool. Now, I will say, I don't tell you that the pieces of pie are the largest in the holiday months because I think you should sandbag and wait to the holiday months. Here's the thing, you guys, they're the largest in every pool during the holiday months. So you don't have to stay at manager to take advantage of that. You might be a director come the holidays. You might be an executive come the holidays. There's a pool at every rank. So it doesn't matter where you are when the holidays roll around. I just tell people, hey, just don't disappear during the holidays. There's a ton of money that can be earned. That makes sense. Anyway, so that's the manager pool. Now let's talk about director, and the director pool is almost the exact same with a couple of tiny differences. How many consultants do we need to be director?
6.
6, right? 2 to be manager, 6 to be director. Again, building blocks, duplication. It's so basic if you kind of think of it in that way. So director pool, I won't spend a ton of time on it because it's very similar to the manager pool. Here's how it works. You earn up to $2,500 every month. So like I said, the manager pool was $1,000. That's the most you could earn in the pool per month. The director pool, it's up to $2,500. So like I said, if let's say you're manager for 2 weeks of the month and your business just has tons of momentum, so then you hit director in the 3rd week of the month. Do you know what Isagenix does in that scenario? Any guesses? If you're already participating in the manager pool 1 month and you advance in rank to director, what happens? How do we do that with the pools? Anybody know?
You get them both.
Director pool too.
You get them both, and Isagenix lets you double dip on those same points. So let's say you earned 40 points in the manager pool in February, but you also hit director, and at least for 1 week out of the month. We actually say, okay, you know what? You not only get to count your manager pool points, you can double dip on those same points. We're going to pay you on that for the director pool as well. And the reason for that is obviously because we don't want to punish you, right, for advancing in rank. We want to actually pay you out even more so. So if you're only in your 2nd month of earning in the manager pool and then you hit director, well, we're not going to say, nope, they hit director, they can only earn there. We're going to say, give them both, right? Good for them. Let's keep going in director. So again, director pool, earn up to $2,500 every month. It's $75,000 in the pool, so it's almost the exact same. And then just like the manager pool, although this month, instead of being paid as manager, you have to be paid as director. So I've got an example on the right, but again, it's the exact same thing. It's all based on leader in action. The number of leader in action points you get or the number of shares you'll get in the pool. Anybody have any questions about this?
Mike, I got a quick question.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if you're not a crystal director. It doesn't matter when you hit director. It's just the first time you're the director and then the 3 months after you're in the pools, no matter when you hit it.
Exactly. But yes, but just make sure it's not just when you hit director. It's also when you qualify in all the leader in action.
Right.
Right. So as
Okay.
long as you qualify with all of those things, yep, it doesn't matter when you hit director. I mean, here's another thing, you guys. I know of people that hit director 2 years ago, right? But they never had a month where they were director and they got a point in each leader in action category. So they've never actually played in the director pool. So their time, they can still earn in here. It's just based on the very first time you actually earn in the pool. So you might have dropped down to consultant years ago. Well, guess what? You get back up to director and you qualify. Now you can start your 3 months. Does that make sense?
Yes, did not know that last little part. Thank you.
Yeah, and
yeah.
I got one question too. So the opposite of that is like if you did get paid once in a director pool, and then you went down to consultant when you get to redirector, you can't gain that pool anymore. You got to go to executive to get that, right?
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
We tell you, you know what? First time you hit it, that's month 1 of 3. So go nuts. Don't, lose focus, whatever, because you don't get to play in another pool again until you get back up to executive. Yep. That's correct. Okay, so that's the director pool. Again, I'm just showing you guys all of these pieces along the way where you can make money. Okay, now I know not everyone here is executive and it might feel like it's far off, but it's really not. I'm not saying it's easy. It's going to take some work, but how many consultants do you need to get to executive? You need 10, right? You guys, if you were able to do 2 to get to manager, you can do 10 to get to executive because you're just doing the same thing a few times more, right? 8 times more. So again, it's just about creating consultants. Don't overcomplicate it. How are we doing on time, you guys? I should probably hurry. Don't worry, we're pretty close. So again, this is the rank of executive. It's 10 consultants. And once you hit this rank, everything in Isagenix is opened up to you. There are certain pieces of the comp plan and certain benefits here at Isagenix that aren't opened until you hit this rank. So we'll give you little nudges along the way and throw some money at you, which is great. It's needed and it's super beneficial, but really not everything is opened until you get to executive. So I'm not going to go through a bunch more like slides as far as explaining the pool, things like that. I will say, once you get to the executive pool, anybody know how much money is put into the executive pool pot every month? Anybody know? $175,000. So it's no longer 75,000. It's another 100 grand we throw into that pool. Okay. Now everything else is pretty similar, except for executive pool, you do have to maintain executive for 3 weeks out of the month, as opposed to 1 week like it was for director and manager, but 3 weeks out of the month. And I think, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, I think executive is 40 points. You have to have 40 points to even qualify for the pool. For the manager and director pool, there is no minimum. You just have to make sure you have at least 1 point in each category. But let's talk about additional executive benefits. Again, this is just to kind of illustrate, once you get to executive, everything is unlocked. Doesn't mean you'll automatically qualify. You still got to make sure you're hitting the different things you need to, but everything is unlocked. So the first piece, and this is probably my second favorite promotion here at Isagenix, but it's the executive lifestyle bonus. Do you guys know what the executive lifestyle bonus is? I got some people nodding, other people just kind of sitting there. Yeah. So you guys, the executive lifestyle bonus, it reminds me of, there's a lot of companies out there that do like, once you hit a certain rank or you do however much volume, you get a car, right? You guys have seen that, right? You get a car if you hit a certain rank. This is similar, except Isagenix didn't want to give you a car where if you fall out of rank, you're now stuck with this car and you got to make the payments and you're stuck with the lease. Instead, we said, you know what? It's a lifestyle bonus. If you want to put it towards a car, great. If you want to put it towards a boat, great. If you want to put it towards your daughter's dance lessons or braces or whatever, that's fine too. But once you hit executive, if you maintain that rank for every day of the month and you get 2 new enrollments during that month, which once you get to executive, you're pretty much full-time building your business, or at least close to it. If you do that, we're going to give you $750 a month, just every month. Every single month, that's an extra $750. That's not including all the money from your cycles. That's not including any pool money. That's just for the executive lifestyle bonus. So it's $750 for the first month you do it. And let's say you do it, so that's in January, right? Assuming. In February, you do it again, that's another $750. On the 3rd consecutive month, we're actually going to throw in another $250. Here's $1,000. And it keeps repeating, $750, $750, $1,000. And again, that's only at the rank of executive. Here's the other piece. If you get to the rank of executive within 180 days, and maybe you guys aren't there anymore, that's okay too. It's still a great talking point with your teammates. But if you can get there within 180 days, you're going to get a $1,000 rank advancement bonus. Pretty cool, right? Here's another piece. Once you get to the rank of executive, what did I say is the building block of the comp plan? What rank? What rank is a building block? You have to get 2, 6, and
Consultant.
there you go. Consultant, right? Well, once you get to the rank of executive, we're going to start giving you money just because you have consultants on your team. So that's called the 10% matching team bonus. So if I've got, let's say 10 or 11 or 12 consultants on my team, the matching team bonus says that however many cycles all of my personally enrolled consultants are generating each month, we're going to give you 10% of that. So if my 12 consultants are generating, I don't know, 80 cycles together as a group, I'm going to get 8. So 8 times 54 is what? Around 400 something, $400 extra money. Again, just for hitting executive, you now unlocked that matching team bonus. Now, like I mentioned a second ago, you can also earn up to $5,000 in the executive pool. So as you advance in rank, these pools actually start offering you more and more money. The cap gets higher. So there's more and more money and bonuses unlocked for you. Another big piece is the customer referral program. I think a lot of people forget about this, you guys. This is a big deal. Once you get to executive and you maintain executive, you now are eligible to get customer referrals from the company. What that means is every time somebody goes on the company website and decides to enroll, guess what? We don't keep them. We don't have any reason to keep them. We want to give them to you guys for building your business. So we actually say, okay, you know what? This person is an executive. They're maintaining their executive lifestyle bonus every month. We're going to give it to them. I know a lot of executives, actually, you guys, that earn their executive lifestyle bonus, for example, with referrals from the company. Seriously, because you have to have 2 enrollments every month to even earn that bonus. They're actually getting them from referrals from the company because we have a decent amount. It's nothing huge, but hey, we just want to reward you for getting to that rank. So we're going to give you some free enrollments. That's pretty cool. Also, the Global Top Achievers trip. As all of you know, we're going to Fiji next year. Guess what? In order to qualify for the Global Top Achievers trip, you have to maintain executive. I think, what is it, 26? I think it's 26 weeks out of the 1 year qualification period. So again, it's just all about executive. Now, on top of that, you're also invited to a lot more leadership meetings. There's increased recognition, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So again, in closing, I will just say, if you guys just want to make 100, 200, 500 bucks a month, you can do it. You can do it at consulting. You can do it at manager. You can do it at director. But if you truly want to unlock the comp plan where the big money is and consistently make that every month, month after month, you need to get to executive. But don't overcomplicate things, and don't overcomplicate things with your team. Just teach them duplication and teach them how important the rank of consultant is. If you keep it that simple, this business just becomes so much easier. So anyway, I know we're pretty much out of time. I'm sorry if I went a little long, Heidi, but I will turn it.
Oh, thank you. I do have a question.
Yeah.
Hey, do they still do the 5 cycle bonus and the 10 cycle bonus?
Yes, they do.
That's a whole nother way we get paid that I think sometimes we forget about it. Like, is it 2 times? Like when you cycle 5 times for the first time, is it $500 or $250 or something?
I don't remember all off my top of my head, but I want to say what is it, Brent? Is it?
It's 250 the first time, 250 the second time.
500 total, right?
Yeah, and then same thing when you hit the first time, you hit 10 cycles, you get 500 the first time, 500 the next time. And then the same thing again, when you hit 20 cycles for the first time, you get 1,000, and then 1,000 the second time. So yeah, it pays.
I know it's incredible. I just think sometimes we forget about, oh my gosh, there's a 5 cycle bonus out there. It's crazy. And there was something else. Are the Isagenix months, are they always the leader in action months? Is it always looked at that way? Or is it, there's a month of February to get the 2?
No,
for executive.
And I apologize. You're right. And I don't want you guys to think I'm purposely leaving some of that stuff out. I just knew I wouldn't be able to get through all of it. But
Oh, yeah.
everything is based on commission months.
Okay.
Nothing is based on calendar months. It's all based on commission months. And if you don't know what the commission months are, you guys, go to isagenixbusiness.com. Make isagenixbusiness.com your best friend. Even Mike, the sales guy that has to answer these questions and stuff all the time, there's so many little details and important pieces that I forget. I live on that website. So go there. But that 2022 commission month, absolutely. You're gonna be able to find, or excuse me, commission year is there on the website.
But Mike, correct me if I'm wrong, if I misunderstood Heidi's question. For the executive leadership bonus, that is not a commission month. That is a calendar month, correct?
Nope, that's commission month.
Okay. I was wrong. I thought it was based off of the calendar month for the lifestyle bonus.
Nope, that's all based on the commission months.
Cool.
The team builder coupons and those coupons are the 1st to the 30th or whatever calendar month, but that's it.
Yeah, they're little pieces of pie.
Little piece of the pie. Thank you,
Yeah.
Mike.
Sorry, I'm here. My kid was yelling at me, but yes.
Probably
So
deserved it.
like if you, to get your vitamins, you sign 5 people up in the month, but it's not the Isagenix month, it's the calendar month.
That's it. That's
Sorry,
the
what are we
only-
talking
yeah.
about, you guys? I got a little distracted there for a second.
That's okay. Another earn is free product, which is amazing. So like if we sign up 2 people in a month, we get free product. So I'm wondering, is it the month like like our leader in action month, or is it It
No,
seems like it's the
you're talking
calendar
about the
month.
Team Builders Club. Is that what you said?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Team Builders is calendar month. Yes.
okay,
Yep.
okay,
To be honest, I don't know why we do that because it seems confusing to have two different things. But
yeah.
yes, that's calendar month. But as far as bonuses and commissions go, pretty much everything is based on commission months.
Awesome. Well, you were
Hey, Mike.
amazing. Oh, go ahead.
Do you know when they're going to announce the global top achievers?
It's supposed to be, what's today? 7th?
Yeah.
I think it's in about 2 weeks.
God.
Yep,
Can you
it's so
text Carla
painful.
after this call and let her know she made it because she's 104? Last we knew.
No, I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait.
If you were 104, Carla, I would be surprised if you fell out. But yeah, they were planning. The thing is, and it's a great question. I have people ask me this all the time, and it drives me nuts too, because it takes so long and people are just so antsy. But the reason it takes so long is because the month ends, right? And first of all, there's so many people that might have been disqualified that last month because maybe they didn't have points in each category for the third month out of the qualification period. Plus, compliance has to go through every single person, make sure there wasn't any fraud or issues like that. It's painful, but it really is just to make sure that the people that deserve to go really get to go. But yeah.
And make sure that nobody missed it by one cycle. Oh, that was a different contest. Sorry.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that was something else, Brent. Don't
Yeah,
worry
different
about that.
contest.
But Carla, if you want to text me, I actually have, they sent me an email with all of the dates when they're going to announce it and stuff. So send me a text and I'll look it up and tell you the exact day. It might be a little bit sooner than 2 weeks, but I got to double check.
Okay, I'm texting you right now. Thank you.
Please do.
Hey, Mike, I've
Awesome.
got a new associate on the call and her name is Suhei and she lives in California. And I just wanted to ask her if she has any questions because like I said, she's really new, just trying to figure this out, enrolling people left and right. So Suhei, take it away if you have any questions.
My list is too long for this video.
Your list
I'm
is
so
too long?
sorry.
Give me one.
I'm
One
so
question.
sorry. I still have this page and I don't know how to fill it out. It is so many. I know he went over the whole thing, but I still need somebody to just,
Oh, for
maybe
the
a
leader in
folder.
action.
Yes, yeah, it's new for me. It is too new. So I still kind of figured out the whole points and bonuses and all that stuff. And I'm still reading the website. Too much information to get it in 1 month.
Yeah, that's all right. We'll go over that form later.
But yeah, I still moving forward.
And Suhei, if you need anything, like I tried to fly through it today, but if you need additional help from, I know April's here, she's amazing, but if you guys need help from me too, feel free to reach out. Like I tell Brent all the time, you guys can give my number out. I'm happy to respond via text, call, whatever. I just want people to, I think people are sometimes afraid to bug me or they think they're bugging me. And I'm like, it's literally my job. So feel free to reach out anytime.
Even if
Thank you.
even if it's at midnight, because sometimes I'm working late.
Anything for you? Yes. It could be 3 a.m. I don't care.
Well, thank you so much again, Mike. I really appreciate you saying yes right away. What a great team player you are. Thank you so much. Appreciate
Thanks, you
it.
guys. I
So
appreciate
now-
you having me.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
Yay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thanks, Mike.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Mike.
Mike.
Everybody
You're
else,
best.
don't go off. I just know
Thank
that
you.
he's got 4 kids to navigate right now. So we're gonna do a couple things. Next week is gonna be Dave MacArthur. He's a Mechanic to Millionaire. He's gonna talk for like 20 minutes because he's got his own call that he's got to go on. But I'm happy to share his calls. They are really amazing. And he's really big on the Forever Pack. And he's so smart with our Isagenix, which is our product spotlight tonight, but he's going to highlight it to next week. So you definitely want to be on there. He's a force to reckon with. I mean, he's just amazing. So that's next week. And then our very own Jason is going to do the product spotlight next week. And then, but today it's going to be Beth. And then Carla is going to do some updates and share a new incentive that is going to happen, that Brent allowed us to happen. So take it away, Beth.
All right, so I'm going to make this quick because Dave is going to be talking a lot about this next week, but I'm just going to basically kind of give you a little tempt to kind of be, you know, on the call next week. So I have never been a big vitamin person. I have earned the vitamins for free many months. I don't always remember to take them. I've never taken Isagenesis except by accident through taking the vitamins. And Heidi finally, after begging me for months or maybe a year to get on one of Dave's calls, Doug and I did that Saturday, and I was freaking blown away. So Suhei had asked in the feed, what are telomeres? So I'm going to just explain that a little. So Isagenesis basically helps repair your telomeres. And what a telomere is inside your cell, there's DNA. And on the ends of the DNA, so pretend this is, I was making Valentine's. So pretend this is a DNA strand. And on the end, the good end of the DNA is like this. So when you're born, all your telomeres at the end right here are good and they're not frayed and there's no problem. As you age, it starts to fray. And what happens is these begin to break off and your telomeres shorten, and they just keep fraying from each end and shortening. So the telomeres are on each end. So what happened is in 2009, there was a Nobel Prize winner. Her name was Dr. Elizabeth Blackburn. And she actually discovered that telomeres exist and that telomerase, which is something that your body makes that keeps your telomeres long and working. She figured out that when you're young, when you're like, once you're born, your telomerase goes away. So we don't make any more of that. That's why we age, is your telomeres keep getting shorter and shorter. So as your telomeres get shorter and shorter, you get wrinkly skin, your joints and bones start creaking, you start losing your hair starts turning gray, all of that stuff. Well, what she discovered is that there's ways to generate telomere repair by generating similar compounds to telomerase in your body. Isagenesis stimulates that, and it literally takes your frayed ends of your telomeres and basically glues them back together so that it keeps your telomeres from shortening. So literally it reverses aging. That's not just like some kind of BS woohoo thing. And Dave will talk next week more about the Forever Pack, which Isagenesis is part of, but it is phenomenal. And if you think about all the problems that people have as they get older, memory loss, all of those things are a result of telomere shortening. So, and if you look at degenerative diseases, even like cancers and that kind of thing, a lot of those are caused because of this breaking down of telomeres. So Isagenesis is amazing. Doug is, I have vitamins, so I started taking them religiously. Doug, we ordered some for him, some Isagenesis. He's going to start that later. So a month from now, maybe he won't have gray hair anymore. I don't know. But Dave is fantastic, and he's so like straightforward, and it's so easy to understand what he talks about. And this is a whole new way, especially if you are part of an older group of people. It's a great way. The Forever Pack will be a great way to kind of help them jump on Isagenix. So that's it for me.
Thank you. Thank you. And now Dave has added collagen to that Forever Pack too. So, okay, Carla, do you want to tell us about, thank you so much, Beth. I appreciate it so much. Do you want to tell us about the new contest?
Yes, and what I want to go through Leaders in Loop really quick, but what I want to tell you is I'm going to put the chart for the subscription in Working from the Beach, so you guys can just share that with your people. The BOGO is done. No more buy one, get one. And the only other thing that really was in the Leaders for the Loop is those Isagenix Zooms that are every Wednesday at 7 o'clock. So please don't miss those because those are pretty great. Okay, so what the Shaws have decided to do is they are going to end the contest for, it's going to end March 31st. And Beth and Jennifer are the ones that have done everything that they need to do. They're in the drawing to go along with Heidi and I to the trip to Rocky Point, provided they hit the rank of manager. Okay, now, starting now, anybody else can earn this. And when I say anybody, I honest to God mean anybody. If somebody starts tomorrow, they can earn this. And what this is $500. And you have to go on the trip to get the $500. So that it probably won't cover airfare and condo. It'll be close. You know, you'll have to cover the rest of it. But, you know, maybe you can condo up with a couple people or whatever. Okay. But that's what you're going to get. The time spent with all of us on that beach and the business building that goes on is priceless. And I'm not just saying that as a cliche. It truly is. If you want to know for sure that it is, ask Beth, because she came last time as a guest, and it launched her business into a different trajectory that's very difficult to keep up with. That's how important it is to earn this trip. Like it's important to the rest of your business. I think that it would not make or break it, obviously, but I think it's an important milestone. So if you can work to earn this, you should. So here's the things that you have to do. Starting today until April 24th. Okay, we're doing Isagenix month. So today till April 24th at midnight Eastern Standard Time, you have to enroll 5 people. Okay, I'm sure that's not a problem. Second thing is
Carla.
you have
100 BV, right?
Oh, sorry. Yes, 100 BV. Yes, 100 BV. Always 100 BV.
Hold on. So it's not for the month of April. It's from now until April, 5 people.
You got it.
Woo!
So here's what I want to tell you about that. Grab yourself a little Post-it note and keep track of that. Name, member ID number. Keep track of that, because you're going to have to email that into Brent at teamshadystyle.com. Okay. So keep track of your 5 or on your leader in action tracking form. Okay. So second thing is you have to hit 20 points in one of the leader in action months. So let me explain. Leader in action months is the Isagenix months. Okay. We are just now starting the 3rd week of February. So if you're not already having a good month, this isn't the month for you to hit 20. I'll tell you, the best month for you to hit 20 is next month, because usually we have 4 weeks, but next month, Isagenix month, we have 5 weeks for you to hit 20. And he just told you guys, and you guys all know how to hit the 20 points. And if you're not exactly sure, then please ask the person that enrolled you. But the kicker for that is not only do you have to hit 20 points, but you also have to have something in every single column. So you're going to have to rank advance a consultant or 2, but at least 1, because we're following along with what Isagenix wants us to do, to be in the pools and all of that stuff. So you have to have something in every column. You have to have an enrollment. You have to have 2 PET enrollments. You have to have a rank advancement. And you're going to have to be active at least one of the weeks. Okay. So when you hit 20, so you've enrolled 5, you hit 20 in one of the months. If you don't do it this month and you don't do it in March, you still have a 3rd opportunity in April. But again, it ends April 24th. Okay. The last thing that you have to do is you have to be a manager. You have to be an active manager on April 24th. So if you rank advance to manager today, but then you fall out, your people fall out, and on April 24th, you're not an active manager, Brent's probably going to have to call you and say, sorry, you didn't get it. And he does not like to make those phone calls. Okay. So those are the things. Those are the things that you have to do. And see what I'm saying? This is so doable. And I want to implore you, I don't even know if that's the right word, to talk with your brand new, thank you, teacher. Talk to your brand new people, your people that are preferred customers who are sitting there with holding volume, your people that you're just getting started and they're like, I want to make some money. Talk to them, because along the way to manager, they're going to make $650 or more to get there, let alone Brent's going to send them $500 or give them $500 when they get to Rocky Point, If you have any questions about the trip and how it goes and all of the things and all the little details that you need to know, because I need to know those details. So I know the details because I was on the phone with Brent yesterday for a long time, asking him every little detail. Okay, Jason. So if you need to know that stuff for your life and for your planning, and like, I don't know if I want to go for this or not, because you need to know, then ask, because it's important that you work to get there and you don't have anything hindering you, especially a husband that makes that weird noise when you're trying to talk on a training call. Okay.
All right, so I want to wrap that back up. So let's take Suhei for an example, okay? If she gets to manager and gets at least 20 points, which April's going to show her what that looks like on her leader in action form in one particular month that's coming up, then she wins the trip as long as she earns the trip, not wins it. She earns the trip as long as she's also manager on the 24th of April. And the reason that we put that in is because what we want people to do is want people to go for it, understand it, and stay at rank. Okay. So it's really important to stay at rank and move through rank. Now, here's the cool thing. You take anybody that's brand new or anybody who's never made money in the manager pools again, and now not only are they going to make all of this, not only going to get the $500 bonus to be able to go on the trip with us, but then they're also going to make all the money that's involved in the manager pools. So there's a lot there to be had. And it should be a talking point if you have someone who's interested in getting to manager who's never been there before, and they want to get that. You don't have to know how to make this happen. What you need to do is connect yourself that doesn't know how to do this with one of us that does know how. And we will go through it, we'll lay it out, everything else. All you need is the willing participant. We will help them understand that this is what an enrollment looks like, this is what an associate looks like, this is what a consultant looks like. We'll make all that happen. And the great thing about Isagenix is all this leader in action stuff, you don't have to track it because Isagenix tracks it for you. But you do need to know what it looks like and how to make it happen. But Isagenix truly does track it for you as well. So good stuff. Thanks, Jules, for putting this together. Really great call.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
And I didn't do our reading. I got to do the last piece because we're doing a little thing every day, every call. And this is what it is from High Performance Habits. There are two ways of meeting difficulties. You alter the difficulties or you alter yourself to meet them. By Phyllis Baron. Honor the struggle, share your truth and ambitions, and find someone to fight for. Thank you so much for everybody for being on the call. I super appreciate it. Thank you so much, Brent, for offering this opportunity for new people to come on. You know what? Let's just not overcomplicate this. Like I overcomplicate it. That's my biggest takeaway today is not to overcomplicate getting people to consultant. We can't do that. We gotta stop that. So thanks so much for being on the call.
Brent, can I ask you a question? I know we're done with the call, but can I stay on and ask you some questions?